Good morning, and thank you very much for being here today. As you heard yesterday, we have power. Literally brought tears to my eyes. But before we get started today, I just want to make sure that I acknowledge the tragic events that took place on Monday. St. Louis City SC is saddened and hurt for the entire region. These events taking place on Monday are not okay. And as a club, we must do our best to bring this community together, not only in sad times, but also in good times as well. So our hearts are with you and everyone affected, because we are one St. Louis region. So with that being said, let's talk about soccer. So thank you again today for joining us here today at City Park for what we believe to be a really important announcement for our club and for the fans who have been on this journey with us. First of all, I would like to mention our construction and operation teams continue to make progress on restoring power to City Park. We hope you enjoyed our social media post yesterday, and we're pleased to be in the position to be able to move ahead with planning full stadium events, which is the reason why we gathered you here this morning. When we started this project over 3 years ago, we knew this day would come eventually. The day that we get to announce our first ever match in our stadium, and guess what? That moment is here. Yes, I am excited to share that on Wednesday, November 16th at 7 p.m., our City 2 game will play an international friendly against Bundesliga powerhouse Bayer 04 Leverkusen on the City Park pitch. Everyone is so proud of our City 2 team's on-field success. I mean, they made it to the MLS Next Pro Championship in our first ever season. I can't wait to see how they do against Leverkusen. Tickets will be available starting tomorrow, Friday, October 28th, with pre-sale opportunities for our season ticket members and our My City Plus members prior to opening up the tickets to the general public. We believe an international friendly with a Champions League caliber club is the perfect way to begin to unveil our new world-class stadium and district to our fans and the global soccer community. And given our sporting director, Lutz Pfannenstiel, our head coach, Bradley Carnell, and several of our players' connections to Germany's Bundesliga, as well as St. Louis's connection to Bayer and their large employee base here, Leverkusen will be an ideal opponent for our club and our fans. The match will be the first opportunity to publicly showcase our new 22,500-seat stadium and give a preview of the best-in-class STL-made fan experience, which will reflect St. Louis's diverse culinary, arts, and music scene ahead of 2023. Our 100% local stadium food and beverage offerings for the game will include the first tour of St. Louis City flavor restaurant partners that we have announced last week: Beast Craft Barbecue, Steve's Hot Dogs, Balkan Treat Box, and Niche Food Group, as well as a few more of our soon-to-be-announced partners. In addition to being entirely local, the stadium's food and beverage offerings include 52 individual areas for fans to access items, the most in Major League Soccer. It will showcase the next generation of in-stadium convenience, including dedicated mobile order ahead, self-service kiosks, personalized recommendations, walkout markets, and mobile wallet pay technologies to decrease transaction times and increase the overall fan experience. We are so excited to be able to show the stadium to our fans, the St. Louis community, and by hosting an event with the top European club, the entire world. St. Louis City SC's new stadium and the surrounding district will be a destination unlike anything seen across sports in this country, and will help re-energize the region of St. Louis. And so, for the incredible City fans out there, those who have supported us over the last 3+ years, hopefully, this event will be an opportunity to come together, get loud, celebrate the international soccer ahead of 2022 World Cup, and get pumped up for what's right around the corner: City SC's inaugural Major League Soccer season. We are thrilled this moment is finally here, and hope that our fans are too. Now, I'm going to turn it over to our Chief Revenue Officer, Dennis Moore.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for being here. I don't know about you, I'm blown away by this screen. It's so cool to see. So, thank you so much, Carolyn. And we are, as Carolyn said, we are just so thrilled to be able to open City Park with an international friendly against a club, a Bundesliga club, the caliber of Bayer Leverkusen. And it just gives me the chills to be able to say that we have waited a long time to make this announcement. And I did want to touch briefly. I think many of you know that Lutz and I had the opportunity to go over to Germany last week to spend some time with our friends at Bayer Leverkusen. And I can tell you that this has been a relationship that frankly has been years in the making. And so the excitement that we all feel as a staff and we share with Bayer Leverkusen, and now we're so excited to share with the community which this is what this is all about. Was just an incredible opportunity to be over there, visit with not only their commercial operations, attend a match on Saturday, but they are world class, and I can share, they obviously can't be here, but I can share that they are just so excited to be able to come to St. Louis and help us christen this stadium, City Park. So as Carolyn mentioned, this match will be our City 2 club versus the first team of Bayer Leverkusen. So led by Coach Hack. I can tell you if Lutz were here, he would really want you to know, and you'll hear that from him later if you talk to him, that this is an incredible opportunity for our guys to take the pitch against world-class talent. All right, so it'll be our next pro club, inclusive of all of the first team signings that we've already had. And to be able to do that as a lead up to the World Cup is something that is not only a big moment for our sporting side, it's a big moment for our staff, but most importantly, it's a big moment for this community. One of the things I was blown away by when we were over in Germany, I don't make this up, at the match on Saturday, we ran into a season ticket holder for St. Louis City, okay? As we walked around the city wearing our crest, the number of people that stopped us, okay, and actually they know St. Louis City, all right? That is something that is really true to what we're trying to do, is to build an international fan base. That is one of the biggest takeaways I had, is that how incredible is that, to be able to run into a season ticket holder from St. Louis City who said he can't wait to fly over for several matches every year, right? So just an incredible opportunity for us. So with that, Carolyn touched on ticket sales, and as the Chief Revenue Officer, I'd be remiss if I didn't touch on that. And I'll go ahead and once I get through tickets, I'll introduce a message from our friends at Bayer Leverkusen. But tomorrow is an important day for us, because we are so excited that the energy and the spirit that has been captured by this club will start to really come to fruition tomorrow through pre-sales for our season ticket holders, and ultimately throughout the day, several triggers, but starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, tickets will be on sale to the general public. You can bet we are expecting wild demand for that. And how cool is it that we're so confident to be able to say that this place will be packed with 22,500 screaming supporters and fans, and this place will be electric. So we're so excited for that.
We'll do a couple of quick questions here and then take some questions from y'all. And then we'll finish this up with a quick photo and Coach Hack out on the pitch if you want more about the team. So, Carolyn, you had a little bit of a busy week with some news. Do you want to talk a little bit about the City Park name?
Sure, absolutely. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. From the beginning, we've always said that this is about community, and that also included the business community. And so when Centene approached us and asked us if we would consider sort of reshaping and restructuring the naming rights agreement, we absolutely would do that. And so I think we mutually agreed upon terminating the naming rights agreement. However, we're going to reshape our relationship with Centene and really move it to a focus on health and well-being for the entire community.
Great, thank you for that. You mentioned the lights. That's been a battle we've been through for a couple months. You want to talk a little bit about electricity and being fully powered now?
I don't remember the last time I cried as hard last night when they told us that the power came back on. I mean, it honestly, it's one of those things that you could have never have predicted it, and it happened. But again, thank you to everybody that's been working literally around the clock, trying to bring the power back online. We were so excited to showcase this beautiful stadium, our home. We had plenty of events that were planned. We pivoted. Thank you to all of the corporations and parties that worked with us. But being able to stand up here today and announce that first international match here is just absolutely incredible. Almost a little shocking that we're actually here, but I'm sure you, like I said, saw the social media post, but I am just so incredibly proud of everybody, and thankfully we have power.
Thank you for that. Okay, Dennis, you mentioned tickets. What are they going to cost? What are we talking about here?
Thanks for the tee up, Mark. So tickets will start at $20 in our supporter section, which any soccer match, that is the heartbeat of the fan experience. So we're beyond thrilled to be able to offer those at $20. They go up from there, really all the way up to premium experiences. This is obviously one of them. You're in the VIP Pitch Club here, which is just incredible. But premium experiences will start at $100 a seat. As I mentioned, we will have pre-sales for not only our season ticket members, but we have also launched our membership platform called MyCity Plus. Those members will also have a pre-sale opportunity, so I think it's really important that in between now, or now is the best time, sign up for that, because that'll give you a first crack at tickets through a pre-sale. Really innovative membership platform that Matt Seebeck and his team have put together. So so $20 on up. We encourage all of our fans to go through our app to purchase the tickets, and we know they'll go fast.
All right, thanks. Hack, Coach, first match here in the stadium. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the team? And what are your thoughts on being able to play our first match here in City Park?
Yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful. As Carolyn said, we anticipated being in this building a little earlier. While we were disappointed not to be playing here earlier, now the chance to play a Champions League team, a Bundesliga team, one with such a rich history, is going to be an incredible opportunity for our guys.
Got it, thanks. Yep, and if those of you who follow Bundesliga, Leverkusen tied yesterday in Madrid in the Champions League, a 2-2 match against Atletico. Let's open this up, see what questions anyone has for our panel here.
Keith Kogos and FluidBusiness.com. Will these season ticket holders be able to purchase the tickets for their own seats, or will it be sold in general?
No, they will not. The answer is yes and no. So for certain premium seating products, yes, they'll have first right of refusal for that specific location that they'll have for MLS. For general season ticket holders, it is a pre-sale, but it's all seats will be open.
Carolyn, could you just speak to how much waiting you guys have had to do, pushing back the opening year, waiting on the power? Has your patience been tested throughout?
Yes, I've got more gray hair and 5 pounds on me from all of the stress. Honestly, though, I have to say that this has all been made possible because of how wonderful our team is. Every time that we've been handed something, we've found a way to turn it into an opportunity. We were supposed to start in 2022, and that got pushed to 2023, and our teams capitalized on that. So I'm so thankful for them and how they've been able to maneuver quickly, everywhere from sporting, revenue, content, marketing. I could go on and on and on. What I'm hoping is that we get all of this out of the way and have a perfect first match day, because at this point, we are prepared for everything. But going back to what we said early on, it's given us time. We have a couple months to really see how, pressure test the stadium. This match being a great opportunity to get 22,500 people in here and find out how people use our home, right? How do you ingress, egress, all these fancy words. So I think we're very fortunate from that standpoint of view. But I will say it's brought our team also closer together, because some days you're just like TGIF and it's Tuesday. But it's been a fun, challenging road though.
Dennis, could you speak to the name City Park? Can live on, or there's still naming rights available? How that will play out, or the hope, I guess.
Yeah, we are obviously thrilled and excited for the name City Park, and if you followed some of the feedback on social media, I think it was very well received. So we're very excited about that. I did have a quote in the press release that we're excited to now make naming rights a part of sponsorship conversations moving forward. There continues to be incredible interest, not only announcing a sellout last week, but the business community continues to be incredibly engaged. As far as the longevity of City Park, it's really way too premature to make any comment on that.
Could you explain a little bit about how Lutz's connections to the Bundesliga has helped in this particular development?
Well, you were with them in Germany, so why don't you take that one, Dennis?
Yeah, I mentioned that we not only had people, running into city season ticket holders, and it was also really fun walking down the street in Cologne, and people are calling out "Lutz Spanish Stadium," right? So I think one of the big takeaways was not only the interest in our crest and our club, but interest in Lutz, right? And I think that connection gives us a really big head start in terms of how he formulates the roster and builds his culture and his team. So certainly, even on the commercial side, the influences that he brings from his background and expertise, from the training facility that we have here, to the locker room, to that vision and footprint, being with Lutz in Germany, and spending the time. There were a lot of moments where it was like, I see, right? I see exactly. So, so I think it's given us certainly a faster version of getting from point A to point B, because he comes in with a clear vision. His resources over there, there are a few other people here that were with us. Even being at the match, 2 hours pre-match, we stayed after and had dinner. It was a revolving door of the highest level of sporting directors, national team head coaches that spent time with us, and they were all there to see Lutz.
So you think this is going to make the internationalism of this kind of jump starts it?
Without a doubt, right? And the fan base, right, is really, the vision of our club is about community and realizing that St. Louis is an international city and has so much to offer. And when you put it in those terms, absolutely, this really jumpstarts a lot of those conversations and how we think about ourselves and how we think about St. Louis. Even something as simple as being able to fly to Frankfurt on a direct flight with Danza, right? Bayer Leverkusen is flying here on the 13th on a direct flight, right? So something as simple as even having that direct connection to Germany, we think is a big thing for St. Louis, but also we think a big thing for our club.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And we can get you with Lutz this afternoon too. We can kind of talk a little bit more about it.
Is the Bundesliga actually shutting down for a couple of weeks that's allowing this team to come?
Yeah, I'm a little bit out of my swim lane, but my belief is yes, that they shut down because of the World Cup. So that there's you probably better answer that. So, correct. All right. Thank you. Hopefully I'm not making stuff out here.
In addition to this game, have there been any conversations with Leverkusen about doing additional cooperation or additional programs with them?
Yeah, they actually came to visit us back in 18, and it was a great conversation. It allowed us to not only kind of better understand soccer outside of the U.S., but how different agreements, cooperation, training facilities work. So I think that this is the first step and a potential partnership, if you will. But, you know, I think we're just excited that they have interest to come to St. Louis. And like I said, it's a great opportunity to put St. Louis back on the international map, which has been one of the goals of the club from the beginning.